go. Danny Merrill working in. A little bounce there. A little bunker music coming back into this, trying to make me feel like swamping already. But we're going to do it. We're not going to do it once. We're going to do it 18 times, as Robert Williams said. That's what we'll do coming up in June. Enough about that. We got football coming right around the corner. It begins Thursday night, 7 o'clock. We'll be on the air here on the SFA Sports Network. Beginning with a pregame show at 6 p.m. Hunter Taylor joins us once again this season, and we'll bring you all of the action. Lumberjack football home and away, and we'll be your Buffalo Wild Wings every Monday night before home football games. And this one kicks things off here this evening as the Jacks get ready to take on the Stallions of North American University. Coming up a little bit later on, Coach Ross, the offense coordinator, will join us. We'll chat with him about his philosophy, what he hopes to put in place here with the Lumberjack football team. Coach Carthel, that's just one of the changes.
I like this position.
With your team this year, you're going to have new quarterbacks, new coordinator, new system. You have a stable of running backs that all have experience and have a lot of talent. You got a new offensive line in front of them. So the offensive side of the ball is really kind of the unproven side of it. You got a ton of returners on the defensive side of the ball. Side of the ball that struggled a bit coming down the stretch a year ago, but you've got experience and hopefully things will get better over there.
Yeah, no, there's quite a bit of change and a lot of new players and new faces. We really kind of attacked the transfer portal too, and instead of just reacting to it, that's where I was, as head coach, probably a little bit slow to change on some things and got a little bit behind, maybe talent-wise with our competitors and everything else. But offensively, a bunch of change, and that you'll get to hear from Coach Ross. So I'm not going to go through everything there. It is, you can't tease him. He's been here, I think, 8-9 months now, and we've still yet to make a first down. I'm hoping we get our first down Thursday night. So it will be. Here he comes. He didn't even get to hear that joke. So
he probably.
Are we going to make a first down Thursday night? Yes.
I'm willing to bet. I will venture a guess, and I have nothing to base this on other than just some numbers I looked at briefly this afternoon.
We're not going to get shut out.
We may make a first down on the first play, and very well could score.
Hey, you get a first down if you return the kick all the way. It counts as one first down and 6 points. So we're working on some KOR tomorrow, just for you, Rob.
That works.
Speaking into existence.
I think, and this is the other thing, that I wouldn't spend a whole lot of time on kickoff return because I think you're going to receive one kick.
Well,
either to start the game.
If you're selling, I'm buying. But we're gonna have to do a lot of KOR throughout the year. So we've still been working on it, and that's kind of where our focus has been. It's not about the opponent, it's about us. You saw, this past week, Florida State, the better team,
yes,
but they got their tail kicked, overlooking their opponent. Tarleton State, I think, thought they could show up and just handle McNeese, looking at last year's record. McNeese should have won the game. SMU, ACC, goes out to Nevada and should have lost that game.
Nevada just kind of let them wiggle off the hook.
Gave it right back to them. But no, it will be fun. Just get out there and let's get good at the fundamentals and let's improve from week 1 to week 2. But back to the change. We will have a new quarterback. Brian Maurer is no longer with the program, and it'll be we've got some quarterbacks that have really done a great job through fall camp. Dalton McAlay, junior from Kilgore's done a fantastic job. He was QB1 kind of coming out of the spring. Gavin Rutherford's young man that redshirted for us last year. He led all of the greater Houston area in passing. KDISD Male Athlete of the Year. You're going to know that name. Yep. He'll be a household name here in the next couple of years. And then Sam Vidlac was a transfer we brought in from Montana. He was actually a starting quarterback at the University of Montana. They started last year, and they ended up in the national championship game. So he's had a great fall camp, and so I think we're in good shape there. I think they've all possessed some great leadership qualities. Running backs, that's a good room. And then, but I think our biggest improved out unit is at the wide receiver position. Blaine Green came in, was hurt most of the spring. He's a Big 12 freshman of the year. I'll mention it. At Oklahoma State, Jordan Neighbors came in, very productive receiver from Baylor. Has done some good things. Roland Fluellen is turning some heads to some big plays. He's a TCU transfer from Gilmer and another East Texas guy. So I think that unit itself is going to be something that we haven't had in a couple of years, since Xavier left. And especially Xavier, we've always had production in the slot, but at the outside receiver, I think that's where we've got some guys that can really do some things for us. For the first time, maybe
remember,
since I've been here.
2022, he's senior after playing great games.
Some actual dudes out there that
he brought up the name, and I thought I read
it.
Yeah, one of the, somebody on the outside that can kind of stretch the defense, make them play vertical, opens up things for those slot receivers, and also makes the ground game that much better. And then just the threat of being able to connect on a 40, 50-yard pass changes the game dramatically, and that is, as you mentioned, something that's been sorely lacking in the last couple of years.
As an old defense coordinator, if you can go man for man out there on the outside, it makes life pretty fun because you can just pack the box and say good luck. And so I think we've got a really good, crew there, and we'll see some production that we haven't seen since the year before I got here with number 8. Tell me, Brownsboro, the great Tamarick Pace.
Yes.
Yeah, he was probably the best one I've seen in a lumberjack uniform. And we got some guys.
Rob is fine.
I think can put up some numbers like that.
That's what he said.
So we got that. We talked about that. I mentioned the offensive line. You had a senior-laden bunch a year ago. Most guys leave, just a couple of returners back, and they've switched some spots up front, looking for the best 5 to play. But in coming to practice and watching, you got a new offensive line coach as well. You got an old-timer out there kind of helping him run through the paces of practice.
Baby, here we go.
Yeah, Robert McFarland back with the Lumberjacks again as a volunteer. Because he's kind of like me, he just has to have something to fill up his time in the mornings.
I give him a small check for some minnow money. He's a fisherman, and just to make it, at least pay for his gas driving in from the lake every day. So.
Yeah. So Max back there helping.
They always be over there, and now they moved over here.
Is talent. They're just a little young and unproven, but there's a lot of talent.
Lack experience. Nate Adams is the only one returning with some starts under his belt, and we're looking at him inside now. But I think their ceiling is higher. But again, it's just we don't have a single senior in that bunch, and so they're all freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and so I think they're going to get better week after week after week, which is exciting.
Yeah, I noticed Nate Adams. Speaking of Nate Adams, who played tackle for you a year ago at 6'7", and potentially a center. Have you ever had a 6'7" center?
The nice little background of the SFA football players on there.
He is a big man, and but he played center in high school.
It's really awesome. I love it.
He's really done a good job, and he's so cerebral.
A nice little background with the players on it.
And the front's checked and ID'd and everything. So I think
I'm thinking it might be like a clip or something, or I don't know.
Really do a good job there inside, but I think that unit has a chance to. Right now it's unproven, but I think they've got a chance with Coach Graff, Coach McFarland to be the strength of our offense later on in the season.
Mentioned Coach Ross and the new offense. We've gone through the defensive side of the ball. We got about 5 minutes here. Defensive side of the ball, tons of returners. Got, I think, 4 of your top 7 tacklers back from a year ago. Jeremiah Walker, Jermaine Brown kind of leading the way back there in the back end of the defense. Ed Bobineau up front. And you've got some guys with experience, and hopefully, and this is the most important thing, we talked about it the other day at practice, a defensive coordinator here, back-to-back season. So 3 coordinators in 3 seasons, now Michael's here for a second year.
That is, you talk about, I'm sleeping a little better because it's been a lot of turnovers.
How did the talking go?
3 turnovers. Three DCs and
so we are going to text
stuff on the kids. Because it's totally different schemes and fits and verbiage and.
It's what BB said we do.
You saw us go through that at times last year, and
we are.
And I really handcuffed a little bit just in terms of his bag of tools, and what he can
I did tell her. I told her
they
that.
played really well at times.
About the little scheduling, and I told her I'd text message her
the best offensive place, but at
passes, obviously,
and had a hard time stopping the run.
But would you prefer me to text her about it, or talk to her about it while we're here?
That group has played very, very well.
Probably maybe like after the
3 of those guys.
Like during the break or before we leave.
Senior Bowl watch list. Jeremiah Walker returning all.
Okay, yes, I do that.
4 times single digit, and then Jermaine Brown, all conference linebacker. All 3 of those guys graduate and they stay. and they stuck around here, and that I think speaks to the culture in that locker room and the unit, the team that we have, the unity there. And then Ed Bobineau coming back, all-conference D tackle. He was tampered with throughout the offseason and chose to stay and wants to finish his degree here. And Charles Deming, same way, another really talented corner. So I think you'll see some really improved play on the defensive side of the ball. I know they've been tough to go against in practice, and we're excited to get things cranked up with them.
And then specialist-wise, Chris Campos returns as kicker once again, preseason All-American. Chris Campos, really one of the top kickers in FCS and all of Division I football.
What about Ahmad Murray?
So that would be the Max Quick, graduated, is coaching high school
Xavier
football
Gibson,
now. So
kicking hole.
Hadn't replaced specialist-wise.
Tough going out there with that Max Quick.
Ryan Maurer.
He was a staple.
Xavier Gibson.
No, we did get a new punter. We did have to travel a little bit.
Ryan
to
Maurer.
find him. He's from Australia.
By way of
Ahmad Murray Sr. probably for sure.
He has quite the accent and has quite the character. Left-footed, they do everything backwards in Australia, so he punts left-footed, and he's done a really good job. And I think, I hope he doesn't play much this year, but we're glad to have him on the team.
And again, if things go the way I hope that they do, perhaps he does not play Thursday night. That would be Chris Campos has 8 extra point tries, no field goal attempts.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
hey,
I think that would be a great evening.
I mean, you're just happy to win a football game.
Thursday night, 7 o'clock, North American University again will be on the air here on the Lumberjack Sports Network, beginning with the pregame at 6 p.m.
Okay, 6 p.m.
So
is
you'll
the
get to hear Hunter
pregame.
Taylor and I for an entire hour.
Yeah.
Thursday night, as we're going to read school lunch menus.
Yes.
At 6:50.
For the regular
on there,
show.
quick visit.
Yeah. Well,
I'll
you
jump
will.
on with you.
You will.
But also for the Lumberjack
Mr.
marching
He'll
band
visit
go
with us
out.
as well.
Maybe we could do our interview during Holler at Homer. So I could be instructing Holler at Homer, running pregame, and doing our talk. That's multitasking. You know what multitasking is?
I used to.
Doing a bunch of things poorly.
That's right. I used to know, formerly I multitask, but now I really don't task at all.
Good for you.
There's no tasking going on here. But again, it starts Thursday night, 7 o'clock North America. We're going to take another quick time out. When we come back, Coach Ross, new offensive coordinator, will be here. And we will chat with him about the Lumberjack offense coming your way after this on the Lumberjack Sports Network from Learfield.